Hello, my name is Joanne Cornell and I'm from Rose's Creations. I am going to show you how to put new rollers on a rolling chair, but I'm also going to show you how to reupholster it. I got this out of the trash and the metal is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with this. It looks like it's brand new. Only thing that's wrong with it is that it had one of the rollers that was broken and the seat and stuff looks like crap. Somebody must have just used it for painters or makeup and they just kept wiping. It might have been a kid. They just kept wiping their fingers underneath it and on top of it instead of where they should have been doing it, which is a towel. I don't care because now I got a chair. This thing is pretty comfortable. So this is the bottom, and then this is the back. And the back is dirty too. You can see the marks where it looks like it's not good. And even the back looks like it's not good. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to cover it with like a pillowcase type thing. I have the same kind of fabric that I'm going to use on the bottom as I'm going to use on this. And that's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to show you how to do it. And then I will actually do it. And then I will post a video of me showing you how it was done at the very end, or I mean like when it's done. So here we go. Number one, let's get the wheelie chair rollers on. I bought a kit. They all looked really bad, but one of them was definitely broken. It had hair in it, had dog fur in it, whatever. And that's fine. I don't care. Because like I said, it's all brand new to me. And, you know, it's new to me, even though it's old. I went and bought this. My other rolly chair, keep in mind, cost me $60 for this rolly chair. And I can show you that on the next video because I'll bring it down and everything. And I can show you what that one looks like compared to this one when it's done. So this is the kit. It was bought at Staples, 20 bucks. It comes with 5 of these and 5 of these. Okay, so to take these off, all you have to do is take the hammer, put the claw down, put your feet on the round piece that's on the bottom right here. Put your feet on here and then just pull up. Okay, I'm not going to do it because I already removed all of these before and I already put them all back on, and I wanted to just be able to show you how I put the final one on. My camera died, so then I had to restart it. So I'm restarting it. So this one is an old one. This is a new one. But I'm going to show you how to do it anyways. See there's a little washer piece right here, a little O-ring piece right here. It looks like for people who don't know what an O-ring is, this is just a little piece. It looks like a little piece of wire, like maybe an earring that goes, a wire earring that goes right around there. That's the piece that needs to go in the chair. The piece that is like this is going to go into the leg, into the roller, I mean, okay? Oops, did I do it wrong? Please tell me I did it right. Yes, different roller, dummy. Yes, it's correct. Okay, so I did pull it off. So pull it off, and then you can take this piece and you do the same thing. You just put the screwdriver here, hammer here, and just yank it, and it comes off. Okay, this one is a different size than that one. There we go. That's why I was confused. Sorry. So that is the old one, and this is the new one. And the new one is a different size, so that's how come it doesn't fit on this wheel. But when I put this wheel on here, it's going to fit. Okay, so now what I did is I had a rubber one. This one isn't the one I use for all these, but this one I'm going to use for this one. Even if you use this one, just take it and make sure that wherever the hole is, you're banging on that piece. So here's the hole, here's the piece. Don't bang on this side, okay? Bang on this side because you don't want to break the leg, okay? Now put it there and just hold it and hit down. Hit down, now it's on there. That's it. That's how easy it is. See, now this is the roller base now. Okay, and that's going to get screwed onto the chair again. Here we go. Next part of this video. I'm trying to explain it as quick as I can so that way I can just go through the video and not have to take more than 2 videos and be able to download it better and easier. Alrighty. So, this chair looked like this. Like that. And like that. And then there's the back. Like that. Okay. So the back goes like that. And then it goes on to the base. So I took the 2 screws off for the back. And I took the 4 screws off. Or 2 screws off on each of the here. Okay. Because that was attached to there like that. Well, this way at least. But like that. Okay. So I took those off. Bolts, bolts, and then bolts were on that. So there's 6 bolts I have so far. And then I ended up taking this piece off, of course, too. 4 bolts. Took them off. 1, 2, 3, 4. It even has an arrow, so it points to the front, so you know what side's going to go on later on. Okay. Now I put all the pieces together. So all the screws, and all the bolts are in this. Allen wrench is what I needed to take it off. You might need a screwdriver, you might need an Allen wrench, whatever you need. 2 different sizes it was. So that's what I used to take it off. And now I have pieces. So I took my material and I laid it out on a table because I'm not going to measure and everything else. I'm just going to end up doing it freehand. You want to measure and everything else, you can do that, but it's not going to be as easy as how I did it, because this is not just square. You have to come up around and underneath in order to get it. So it has to come up around like this underneath the chair, and then you either got to staple it, screw it on, or nail it on, however you want to get it on there. But that's how you're going to have to do. You could probably glue it on there, but I wouldn't, just because it's not going to last long. So I took this bottom base and I put it on the table. And then what I did is I had the material already laid down, and then I just went around and made sure that I had enough to go like this on both sides. And then cut. So then I just went cut. Okay? Then I did the same thing with the other sides. I made sure they had enough to go this way and that way. And then I just cut. I knew I could trim it. I cut it bigger because I knew I could trim it later if I wanted to. But I'm not going to, because I am just going to tuck it in on this part and do it. And then be able to think. Nobody's going to see this side anyway, so it's not even going to matter. Okay? Now what I did is I took the first screw and I... either screw or nail. I'm using nails only because I don't have screws right now, and I want to do this. I'm thinking I want this chair done, so I'm doing it that way. So there was one of the nails, just paneling nails. I made sure it doesn't go all the way through, so it's not going to stick in my butt. Okay, and then I'm also putting it in diagonally too, so that way it doesn't do the same thing. It's not going to do it right. So it's going to go in a little diagonally just because it's longer than I want it to. But this one's thicker, so it's fine. This one might not be. So I'm going to do it a little this way diagonally and get it in there. Whoops. I should probably be doing this on the floor. I'm trying not to hit the table as much hard as I should be doing. I think I'm going to move us onto the floor to finish this. All right, I'll fix that one later. But for now, if you bend a nail, you can bend it back. Sometimes you can't. All right, let's put this on the floor. I'm moving you. Sorry, guys. Let me get my nails and the hammer, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is the back of the chair because I'm going to try to make the front of the chair neater. So the back of the chair is just going to be straight just like that. And all I'm doing is pushing it in and then putting these nails in diagonally. Okay, in. So it's in and it's in. All right, so I got 3 of them in there. I'm not going to do any more because I want to be able to, I need to be able to make it go around this corner because it's not square, it's round. So now I'm going to go to the other side though because I want to get it as tight as I can. And so I need to sit there and do this side now to make it go tight. So I'm going to take another nail. That's also the back of the chair too. So if it goes straight up, my butt is not going to be on that one. So it's not going to matter. This one is going to matter though. So I am going to do this one diagonally and then all the rest of them diagonally too. And I'm going to do it in because the cushion is thicker on the inside than it is the outside. So pull it tight, 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 tight. As tight as you can get it. Hammer. Put the nail down. Actually, I'm going to tuck it more in. Put the nail down. All right, now it's as tight as I can get it. Nail in. Whoops. Nail in. Do it diagonally. Okay, and in. Okay, now same thing for this one. So as tight as I can get it. Nobody's going to see the bottom of this anyways, but I'm trying to get it so it's a little neat too. Okay. Let me see if I can get the whole thing in the camera here too. All right, ready? Same thing, nail, diagonal, going in this way. Oh, these are 1 inch. If I had 1/2 inch ones, that'd be great, but I don't, so this is why I'm doing it this way. Okay, that one's in. It's not puncturing. I'm looking to see if it's going through the other side, and there's definitely nothing. I cannot even feel it on the other side because it's got enough cushion. So that's good. Now I'm going to do the next one here, this side. I'm just going to do 3, like I said. Pull it tight. You can use upholstery nails. They normally use a staple gun, but I can't seem to find my staple gun, and I'm not going to keep looking for it. I want to make as many of these videos as I can, and if I'm looking for something, you know, it's just going to drive me nuts. I'm sure I'll find it after I'm done. This is still not going to make any difference when it comes down to the bottom. I will probably tack a couple of more in here, but I'm not going to do that right now, just in case I have to. So that looks tight right there. You can also, if you wanted to or needed to, you can iron this. I just washed this and dried it, and it's got a little bit of wrinkles, but because I'm pulling it so damn tight, it's not going to make a difference anyways, so I'm going to let it go. Alrighty, now we're going to get the sides done. The sides are going to be, the corners I mean, are going to be a little bit tougher, because I want to do the corner first, then come around to do the sides. So what I want to do is do the front part. So this is the back, because this is the one that has the screws in the back. This is the front. So I want to do the front first to make sure the front's neat, and then the back, I'm kind of like, who cares? But we're going to do the back right too. So this section first. Ooh, do I do it that way? Let me check and see. think I might. Okay. It's the first time I've ever done it on a rolly chair and this way a long time. I've done upholstery on a regular chair, but I have not done it on one of these, and so it's a little different. Do I want to do it that much? Nope, it needs to get a little bit more. I had a seam on this material, and so I was trying to use that, but it's not working. Alrighty. Probably going to have to cut pieces in the corner, which is fine, but over. Tack my first one. This is all wood underneath here. So if you're doing a staple gun, do a staple gun, start in the middle and then go to the edge, and then start in the middle and go to the edge. But I'm doing it this way. So there you go. Hit it in. Nothing. Can't feel it. Same thing with this one. Oh my Lord. If nobody was watching, I'd get these in perfectly, but somebody's watching, of course, so of course I'm gonna mess it up. Doing it diagonally and trying to get it for the camera isn't helpful either. Okay, that takes care of that one. Like I said, I'm going to tack another one just to make it look good and make it look neater. But I kind of want to get... And what I'm doing is I'm pulling it this way and I'm pulling it this way. So I'm getting it as tight as I can. The other side's going to get it tight too, but I'm also holding this so that it's not going crazy. And getting pulled out the other way, because I still need a good amount on the other side to be able to close it up. Okay, that takes care of that, right? Now, the other side. Same thing. So, this one, over. You want to fold it over. If you left enough room and you want to fold it over and you think that, you know what I mean, you can. This is actually a rough little rudgy edge. It won't matter. It's not going to fray anymore or whatever, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Like I said, I want to tuck it a little bit. Just a little. Just so I got more fabric there. So it doesn't... Don't do it too close to the seam, because otherwise it'll rip. And then you'll end up, of course, if I used the right hammer for this job, it would have been great too, because I'm using a huge hammer, because that's all I got downstairs in this basement right now. Okay, fold it over a little bit, pull it as tight as I can, nail, hammer it. Check, make sure you don't feel it in your butt. Same thing here. Tight going this way, tight going this way. Hammer. That, and now we got the corners. Corners are going to be a little difficult, but we'll be able to do it. Okay, so now what I want to do is do this, this, and then that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get it closer to the edge as I can, and I'm going to pull. And then I'm going to tack it probably about an inch away from the edge. Okay. Diagonal. Now I'm going to do the other side here. So make sure you're not feeling it in your butt, because you might as well pull it out, get it done. All right, I'm going to actually show you another view when you end up seeing it this other way, but this way. Now this one, I just pull straight in, okay? And then I can cut this if I want, or I can tuck it in just to make it a little bit more professional looking. I'll tuck the darn thing in, might as well, right? Now look. Let me see if I can put this other light on. It'll show you. So that looks pretty good to me. So I am going to cut it just because it's too much fabric. 2 seconds. Okay, so now I'm going to trim. And I can trim about that much for sure. Awesome scissors. Geiger from Geigenheim. They pronounce it a little different than we would, but that's the name of the company. And so now I'm going to pull this. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to pull that until I'm not going to cut no more until I can pull it. Because pulling it first is better, I think. Yep. All right. So pulling it first is better than cut. It doesn't have a hard surface. I have to hold on to it a little bit in order to get it. All right, so then now that is my corner. And on the top, look at it. It's pretty good, huh? All right, let's do the next one. So I still want to do the back first, because when I do the front, I'm going to make it so it looks really neat, much neater than in the front if I have to, or in the back if I have to, because I don't have to. So, one screw. Let me see if I can get you closer up now. There we go. That should get you better. All right, so one screw here. One screw, bolt, or staple. Staple is going to be much quicker, I'm sure, because... And then do it about 1 inch away from the border. You don't want it directly near the border, because you want to be able to, on both sides. Because then when you're pulling a corner in, it's a lot of fabric. I should have cut some more fabric off, but I didn't. But okay, here we go. That's still fine. No back into this to hold it up, so it's just doing what it wants to do. All right, that one bent, but you know what? It's still not going to make a difference. So I'm going to leave it like that. I will fix it later. But right now, for this purpose, I'm not going to. You can take that. All you have to do is just take the hammerhead. And take the claws and just put it underneath there and yank it out. I'm not going to bother right now because I'm just going to finish this thing. I want to finish it. I will take the bad ones out and put the good ones in, I promise. Like I said, there's nothing holding that right there, so it's bouncing. I should have put a block underneath it. Yep. Alrighty. Now the corner. So pull up. And then tuck it in. I don't want to tuck it in too much. I'd rather not tuck it in if I don't want it. So if this was for a professional person and everything else, I'm sure I would tuck it in and make it look so much neater. But I'm not caring about this. I'm going to put 2 in this only because I didn't cut it. And I want to have it so it's totally tight where it should be. So I'm going to do 2 in this one. I can do 2. It ain't going to matter. Probably be better if it's 2. Oh, my Lord. Of course, I'm usually not doing this for a camera. So doing it at an angle and trying to show you how I'm doing it isn't working out right. Okay, so take this and pull it up a little bit. And now I can bang in the rest of the way up more. Okay, now my scissors, I'm just going to cut off the extra fabric where it was. Like I said, this is underneath, so nobody's going to see this. If you want to put another screw in there in order to hold the fabric down a little bit better like that or something, you can make it look neater. You don't have to. That's the 1 screw. So I probably would put 2 screws, put 2 either screws or with the staple gun. I might even go through this with the staple gun later on one day when I find the darn thing. There we go. Now, it'll probably be 2 from now on because I like the 2 better. It makes it. And then there's the corner. You see a little crease here and a little crease here, but not much. And that's good. All right, now that I know how to do it better, this is the front of the chair. So when I do the front of the chair, it's going to look nicer now. Practice on the back part of the chair, not the front. Okay, over here. Like I said, pull as tight as you can, and then make sure you put the nail in crooked if you... Whoops. Yeah, not that crooked. All right, that's good enough. Use upholstery tacks. Upholstery tacks are about this long, and then you just put it in there, and it's got a big head to it, and just dink, 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 and it goes down. But I don't have them, and I'm not waiting. I don't want to do that. All right, so I'm going to show you this last one here, because I'm not going to even show you the other one. I might do it on the other video, because it's getting close to the end here where I need to stop. I'm trying to keep my videos under 30 minutes because it takes a little while to upload. God damn it. Can't seem to get one in while you're watching me, I swear to God. I'm going to laugh when I go to try to do it, and then of course it works. So this way. So you can tuck it in as much as you can here, and then go that away. And then just tuck and tuck in the middle, and then pull. So what I mean by that is tuck this one, and then pull. Okay, so put these corners together, then pull. Okay, and of course, doing it that way, I'm not getting it as tight, but this way I am. And then I'm just going to pull as tight as I can now. And, oops. You can also do this with screws if you want to. Oh. I should have probably put something underneath there to do it, but for now it's gonna. All right, and then this one, the same thing. This tuck tuck under here like that. I'll go like that, and it looks neater. Same thing right here. And then cut. Okay, I'm on the 30 mark, so I kind of want to just hurry up and show you how I'm doing the top. I'm going to explain how I'm doing the top, so if you don't want to watch the other video, so there's your seat cover, all right? This is the bottom seat. Nice. Now I'll just end up putting the screws back in, the bolts back in here, put the seat on the top, and I'm fine. All right, now I'm going to show you. We're going to go back to the table a second. And I'm going to show you the easier way and then the hard way really quick on how to do, oops, sorry, on how to make the cushion, the cover for the top. What I'm doing is not, if you're doing it where you don't have to cover the back, see like this back looks really awful. So I'm going to cover the back too. But if I didn't have to cover the back, I would repeat the same steps that I did with the bottom, with the butt part. But this is a back, and this part is going to be seen. And it's dirty and nasty looking on both sides. Okay? So what I'm going to do is something different. I am going to make a pillowcase. So if you know how to make a pillowcase, you're fine on this one. So what I did is I took the fabric and I made it too wide. And I know I made it too wide on purpose. I made it so I can tuck it this way. So I can tuck it this way. And that's going to be my initial one for that, right? Okay, so it's going to get tucked in that way. Okay, and then I made it so it's this way. And it's long enough so it could overlap. I want it to at least overlap an inch. Because I can cut it if I made a mistake, and I can make it skinnier if I made a mistake, but I want at least an inch. So that way I didn't have to have the whole bolt up here when I was showing you. So there it is, and there's at least an inch. I can grab at least an inch on that, on both sides even. It's fine, okay? What you only need is really a 1/4 inch seam, but told you I'm measuring it extra big. So then I'm doing the same thing here. An extra and an extra. I made sure I go over. If you're doing it with that one, you do it with it just not doing the back. Just make sure you're covering. You're covering on the sides, and you're covering on the top there. That's all. Then I would cut it here. If I cut it here, then all I do is just go staple gun all the way across. And that's good. But I want it to look neater on this part. So what I'm doing is this. So now I'm going to take this piece, and I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to measure the width of this. I know it's going to be at least an inch. Measure. So from here to here is 16 exactly, or 16.5 exactly, okay? But I need to account for going around the corner a little bit. So I'm going to make it 17.5. So I'll make it 17.5. And then what I'll do is I can always make it skinnier later. So I can always just, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this side, okay? And then I'm going to sew this side. And I'm going to sew it at the like 17 or even 18 mark. Then I'm going to take it, so I'm going to sew right side to right side. Cut the extra fabric off because I know it's definitely big enough. Then I'm going to take it and turn it inside out like a pillowcase. So it's going to be turned inside out. When I turn it inside out, I'm going to put it on here. Put the pillow in here, this, right like that, right? See if it's too wide. If it's too wide, I might want to tighten it up a little bit more. So I can tighten it up a little bit more so it looks nice and cute and tight, you know. And then do it again. Turn it back inside out. sew it on this side a little bit more closer and get it so it's perfect. And then all it's going to do is be a pillowcase to go on top of here. So a pillowcase, I can take it and do a seam on here. I'm going to do a seam on this side and a seam on that side first before I do the actual sewing on this side. Seam on here, seam on here. And then when I put it over that, it's going to look cute, like a little pillowcase. Do I have a pillowcase here? Well, I can actually show you with a shirt. I'll show you with a shirt because it'll look the same as a pillowcase. So it's just going to go like so. Over it and be hanging down like that. If you want to staple it to the back or tie it to the back or something, you can. Don't matter, you know what I mean? If you want to do the staple gun going way around, do that. But I wouldn't. I would just leave it flat like that, plain like this, because what's going to happen is that if it ever gets dirty, I can just take this off, throw it in the laundry, and then put the damn thing back on again. And this is the part where you're always holding, because this is your back support. So that's the part you're always going to be touching to move it from one spot to the other and everything anyway. So if you got dirty hands, you're not going to get this on that, because you'll be able to take this and wash it. Alrighty. Excuse me, my hand again, sorry. I know I make all sorts of faces. It's funny, I watch the videos and I go, why am I making them faces? But I do. Alrighty. This is the Roses Creations doing the chair. I will post a video on how I actually did the other part, but I kind of want to show you on this one, just this way. When I get to it and sew it up and everything, it'll be fine. And you'll be able to see everything together. I will put everything together. I will have the bottom onto the chair already, and you know, so you're not watching me screw bolts in or something else like that. So that one's going to be a very short video, because it's just going to be me putting everything back together. Thank you very much. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it wasn't too long. I kind of wanted to get it all in one video more than doing 2 videos. But I will do another short one just to show you what the chair looks like when it's done. And then I'm sure you'll see it in future videos too. Because I will be going, hey, look at this chair. Isn't it cool? $20 for like a $60, $70 chair. I'll look at the price later and find out what the price is later. But I know that my rolly chair that I bought, and it's a simple, like sort of like a mechanic stool, but it has a little bit of a back to it, which kind of doesn't make, you know,